Over 25 million meetings happen in one day in the US alone. 25 million. Can you believe that? 25 million meetings of, here's an update. What ideas do you have?
Show me something.
You need to be better. Let's do introductions, scope meetings, and many, many more. I don't know about you, but I always knew I would try to be great at whatever I did in life. But no one told me I needed to be great with meetings first. I wish I knew more about meetings before it really impacted my job and abilities. There is a lot of pressure to speak up in meetings and speak correctly and hit it home with the best ideas and action items. So here's what I've learned. Item number 1, always be prepared. Do your research prior to a meeting. Take the time you need to be able to speak clearly on the agenda at hand. Take another 15 to 30 minutes to review and anticipate hard questions to see if you can answer them before someone else asks them. It's like trying to read minds before you even sit down to meet. If you are the host of a meeting, have the agenda ready and outlined. Establish the goal and purpose of the meeting and share it with the other attendees. Sometimes you need to explain why each person is there during the meeting to establish their roles. A real formal thing to do is to create a slide presentation. Slides that have pictures and nice fonts that keep people engaged. I find it nice to have people look away from my face as I speak to them. Quick tip though, presentations are not your script. They should be used to help generalize an idea or emotion. Don't write out so many bullet points for every discussion item you want to bring up. And item number 2, take notes. There are 5 major categories to the art of note-taking. The discussion details, the conclusion, a list of action items, the persons responsible for those action items, and deadlines for deliverables or follow-ups. You may also need to document who attended the meeting and who you need to talk to after the meeting. I'll explain why later. For ADD type individuals like myself, oh, this video is so cute! Sorry. Taking discussion notes and minutes are hard. Every single detail doesn't always land in my notes or get processed in my head. Meeting discussions are like birds flying from an open cage and I can't bring them back in. I find it helpful to know that you don't need to remember every single detail brought up in a meeting. After the meeting, you can ask for specific details or clarifying questions you may have, especially from your notes. Knowing that you can ask questions after the meeting helps with my anxiety of note-taking. Plus, everyone usually likes getting through the agenda quicker, so don't hone in on the questions. You can also use imagery and icons to condense your notes. These symbols can store more information than a couple sentences strung together sometimes. Here are a few that I use constantly. Feel free to copy them as no copyright will be enforced here. And then item number 3, here's a big one. Do not multitask in a meeting, meaning do not get distracted by other tasks you may have. You can multitask to like and subscribe to my channel, but only this time. But back to the subject. For example, if you have a laptop in front of you to take notes, messages might be coming in with flashing lights and all the works. Switching away from your notes tab is a no-no. Even though people can't see what you're doing, there's a mental disconnect that occurs. Stay invested in what others have to say during the meeting, especially if those details are referring to you. Number 4, speak up. Even though the host is responsible to direct conversations so everyone gets a word in, some people just don't take turns and often interrupt what you're saying. Don't get emotional, be direct and to the point. Be quick, firm, strong, etc. During a meeting, it may feel like a debate, and you may feel the urge to run or fight. Don't do either. Sometimes those feelings arrive because of uncertainty or lack of understanding the intent of a comment or discussion. Try to relax and see if it's as simple as reinstating the agenda and the role you have in the meeting. Worst case scenario, say something like, I need a quick recess. Then leave the meeting because no one is forcing you to stay, and come back with a clearer mind. And perhaps you are able to talk to yourself in the mirror to practice a good comeback. That's what I like to do. So item number 5, clear action items. Each meeting should have clear action items with deadlines associated with them. If you are like me, I typically just accept every deadline given to me. But in doing so, I've learned that setting the right expectations early will help you stay within realistic hours in a work week. I've committed way too many time crimes against myself. Here's a story. One time in the same week, I worked all night for 2 nights in a row, followed with only 3 hours of sleep the next night. See, no one expects you to work like that. I'm pretty sure I still have some kind of knot in my head from those sleepless nights. It's still with me. If you are not sure of a good due date, simply say, "That sounds like a good goal," but if you need to establish an accurate date, see if you can't buy more time to research the task further before committing to the date. Another quick tip I want to give you are some action items are better set with milestones. Milestones are those multiple follow-up dates where you check on the status of the action item and possibly make adjustments to the final due date. Item number 6, stay on target. If you are like me, I get good ideas outside of the agenda. Oftentimes this happens. Wait a second. I just thought of a good idea. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego Returns? Yes! Jotting that one down. But if you try to discuss an item outside of the agenda, you are taking a risk of wasting everyone's time by leading people off the agenda track. It's a gray area for sure, but I'd simply suggest you stop and think about what you are going to say and consider the effects it will have before you try to stop everyone in their tracks. You can set up another meeting for another day to discuss other ideas. Shouldn't be a big deal, right? Since so many meetings happen every day anyway. Final tip. The thing that has helped me build the most confidence in contributing to meetings, I learned from this book called Pitch Anything by Orrin Claff. I've provided a link in the description below. If you struggle with meetings and want to make a bigger impact, this book can help. I've learned a lot about how different people process information, and it has helped me be able to communicate to others better. So, action item number 1 for you. Like and subscribe before the end of this video. I've learned a lot about meetings, and I imagine you have too, so comment below and let me know what tips you've learned and that have helped you in meetings. This has been Literal Philosophy, literally talking to you. Ha! Over and out.